What
Put
does
my
Schnook say?
my
Your
dumb
brownie
face.
thing? What's Schnook say? We're in this together, right?
Schnooks?
Yes. Don't you remember during COVID? That's all they talked about on the freaking intercom.
No.
Forget. We're in this together. Please maintain your social distance.
Oh my God. Social
here for
distancing.
you.
That's
We're
the next
here for
thing
you.
that's coming, and oh God, we're starting to see that
Just
stupid
one
stuff. It's just
more.
one more. It's one more thing right now to frustrate the crap out of me. Good morning, by the way. Is it though? Is it really a good
I gotta
morning?
show people your good shirt.
And you
I
failed,
guess
and you didn't come over here and preset my spot for my camera or my coffee.
One more.
Liz, you've got this all screwed up.
Jeez, what's wrong with
I don't even know if this is going to fit up there without falling off. Why does she get a good morning and I get a hi? Screw you.
And it's in all caps.
Yes.
Turn around so they can see your shirt.
Well, so here, you got to do it this way because so it's not backwards.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Don't screw it up.
Okay. Let's try not to. There it is. That's freaking awesome.
So, whoop,
Oh yeah.
you
So-
forgot to hit the button.
I'm actually in control of that thing.
This is not going to work. I got to get rid of this stuff. We got these at the USCCA show that we were at last week. So that's why we weren't on at all the past.
I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah, what day is today? Today's Friday.
Pizza night.
I don't know when. It was a while ago that we were on. Got back and it's been nothing but teach since we got back. And I'm off today, but
I'm not.
I'm here. I'm actually gonna go shoot my rifle today. I'm gonna go try. I have some frustrations with one of my rifles, and I'm gonna. Now you put me in the wrong state of mind too. Now my brain's all frustrated, and we're gonna talk about the frustration here in a minute. But my brain's all frustrated, and I'm trying to go and zero my rifle and make sure that it's the gun and not me, because I think there's something wrong with my gun.
Hopefully you can zero under pressure.
Anyway, I don't even remember what the hell we were supposed to talk about. We're getting ready to go live, and Liz utters these magic words that just immediately put me in a pissy mood. So, one of the things we're going to talk about, you can always tell this is not wrong, is September 23rd is our
Eighth annual.
8th annual Customer Appreciation Day. Come out here. Family reunions? Nope. Birthday parties? Nope.
Weddings.
Come here. Yeah, weddings? Put that off till the next day. Come out here, hang out with us. We're going to have lots of fun. We were just talking about how much we hope that it's going to be like snowing and pouring down rain and hailing so that when Liz and I are in the dunk tank that it's miserable outside.
God, that's... I mean, we are in Missouri, so
You never
anything
know.
is possible.
So I is excited. So there's all sorts of cool stuff going on. Where's the hell's the papers at? Stay there and talk. Talk.
Anyway, we're gonna have lots of cool stuff. It's Customer Appreciation Day. There's gonna be lots of vendors, lots of giveaways. GOA is gonna be here, the Gunners of America, and
Hey, I'm wearing this shirt.
oh yeah, see,
Hey, GOA.
super awesome organization if you're not aware of them yet. But
And they were just cool people. The people that
Yes.
we talked to at the show last week were just good people, very engaging, wanted to have conversations, and wanted people to understand what's going on and how.
yeah, I don't know about the two girls over there, but the guy that I was talking to a lot, he was just there on his own volition, just volunteering, and that he's like, I just love doing this so much, and I love talking about our 2A and GOA and all the things that they've done for us, and it was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, what we have for the most part going on the Customer Appreciation Day, 9/23. It's a Saturday. GOA is going to be out here, like Liz just said. Hornady is going to be out here. Desert Tech, Crossbreed, Vertex or Vertex? I don't know.
I can't.
Vertex. I was looking at some of their pants yesterday. I kind of want to try them, but
I'm wearing some of their pants today, and they're awesome.
I'm ordering some more Proper pants too. But Proper's going to be out here. Loophole's going to be out here. Supplement Superstores, First Form, kind of one and the same. Cornerstone Chiropractic, Heroes Care and Tactical Care Concepts, and then Mark Cox from 97.1. Mark and GOA are actually going to do a Facebook Live that day. So if you can't be here, which is wrong, you're going to live in Colorado, no excuse. Get in the car, start driving. Come on out. But they're going to do a Facebook Live and have a conversation about the crazy place we are in our world right now. Like I said, presentations from GOA, Mark Cox, Tactical Care Concepts is going to do a little class. Why are they got to be so loud downstairs shooting?
I don't know. It does seem louder than usual, though.
That's because they're in Bay 2 today instead of Bay 3. Technical Care Concepts is going to be putting on a little course. We've got a couple of free classes that day. GOA is going to put one on. And again, I don't know if that's going to be the same one that Mark Cox is going to be involved in or not. But at any rate, and we're going to do one. We're going to do one on firearms for home defense, a short little presentation on how to choose and what to choose and all that sort of thing. So, Vertex, why?
Yeah, why?
Why is Vertex and not Vertex?
Because it's missing an E, Workman. And there's Vortex, too, which is easily confused. Vortex, Vertex. I think they should just call it Vertex.
I do, too. Most importantly to me is that we are accepting donations for Forces for Food. If you're unaware, Forces for Food who we have been collecting food for the last several years. We collect anytime, but our big draws are usually Christmas time and customer appreciation. But they supply, they have a food pantry for veterans and active duty military that is free. And it's not just, it's a pantry, not a food pantry, anything. So any kind of donations you can bring in here, non-perishable, non-freaking expired.
Please.
You're out there, whoever brought this in is watching right now, but you brought in some canned goods that expired in 2016. Okay?
Got me a little spun up.
Some salsa or hot sauce that was fuzzy.
Not okay. Not okay.
Anyway, bring in non-perishable food items or non-food items, toothbrushes, toothpaste, paper towels, feminine products, whatever it is, okay? Any item you bring in gets you a ticket, I'm pretty sure, right? Every item gets you a ticket, unless you bring in like a pallet of ramen noodles or something. Come on, like each case maybe will get you a ticket. I don't know how they're going to handle that, but that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
Get you a ticket to win a Glock 45,
Well,
a Model 45, which is 9mm. Okay, so the gun should not be the only reason why you bring it in. You should bring the stuff in because you want to be a good person, you want to be helpful, you want to support our local, very local, Jefferson Barracks. I don't know what's going on over there. Veterans and active duty military personnel. Please overwhelm us with food. Right now, excuse me.
Scoozy.
Right now, we are a bit underwhelmed. And I'm not happy about that. I want to be overwhelmed with food. Okay? So, right now, if you can see behind me, I'm going to set my coffee down. But that's all the food we've gotten so far. And, whoa, sorry, I just bumped that. This is a good start. This is an okay start, but we need to fix this. So, please, go to Costco, go to Sam's. Oh, crap, my thing's going to die here. Damn it. I don't know. I might lose my my internet, so I'm going to slow down and speed up at the same time. So, we have guns. If you want to buy stuff, come in and buy stuff. We need to talk.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
What did I do? Oh.
We need to talk about what it is we're going to talk about, because my freaking gimbal is going to die, I think, and then it's going to shut off the live. So, anyway, if you want to buy guns, we have those up here. You can come buy guns. You need to bring in food. Every item you bring in gets you a ticket to win a Glock 45. Go to Sam's, go to Costco, go to Walmart, go to Target. Go to your own kitchen pantry and pull stuff out that's not freaking expired, okay? And bring it in here, please. Get a ticket. Maybe win a Glock 45. We'll do the drawing on customer appreciation. What the hell is your problem?
I don't know. You're so spicy this morning.
I am. And I was in a great mood because I'm going to go shoot guns and it's perfect freaking weather outside. It's really nice. I'm going to go shoot guns and I come in and Liz is like, hey, here's what we're going to do next. And I was like,
No.
That's not right.
No,
that's wrong, Liz.
That's not what I said.
She did. She said, this is what we're doing.
Okay, so
Okay.
And I actually told him that we should stop arguing about it off the camera.
Yeah, we were supposed to argue on camera.
And technically, we're not arguing because we're both on the same
We
page.
are arguing.
We're not arguing.
If you don't argue, people don't watch, so we got to argue.
Okay, we're arguing.
Okay.
Dang it.
See?
Okay, so here's the thing. First off, the live was supposed to be about a common statement we hear from students, usually newer students. They say, it's just for self-defense. I want to come in and just learn how to hold it and point it that way, and it's just for self-defense.
Yeah, I don't need to take another class because I'm just going to use this for self-defense. I'm not shooting competitively.
Right. That is the most, that's the highest responsibility that you could possibly have with a firearm. That is the most consequences you could possibly have with a firearm, is to use it for self-defense. Obviously, it's a great force equalizer, but you have to consider the consequences, and you have to take that responsibility even higher, like way higher than you ever thought possible to own it. And that means getting training with it to where you use your gun just the way that you drive your car, and you don't have to think about it without thinking, because you need.
But you still
that.
have the ability to think,
Yes,
right? That's the
yes.
big thing, right?
That
You
was
can
the
use it
interesting
at
one.
you can use it at the base level of basic operation without thinking about it. You can jump in your car and you can put it in drive and not have to look at the manual shifter maybe, or the automatic shifter, whatever it is. You don't have to look at it. It starts raining, you just turn your windshield wipers on. Hopefully you use blinkers automatically and stuff as well. But if things start going sideways, because you already know where the gas pedal is and where the brake, most people know where the gas pedal is. Not everybody does. But you know where the gas pedal is and the brake pedal is and your blinkers and your headlights and all that crap. When something does go a little bit sideways, it gives you an opportunity to think. It's freed up some of that brain power that you would use to say, where's my blinker? That's why new drivers are so dangerous, right? Because they're trying to remember to look in this mirror and that mirror and this mirror and hit the blinker lever, and then is there enough space coming? I have to have two hands on the wheel. All that stuff they have to think about. So when something goes sideways, they don't have the brain power to process what else is going on.
Don't believe us? Take one of our teenagers for a drive. I let my 13-year-old drive around the parking lot. I didn't say that. Shh. It was in the country.
23.
23.
Yeah.
And it was very enlightening to see, just how mindful he was of everything, because 13-year-olds do everything a mile a minute, so it's...
And they know everything already.
And they know everything, so it was very interesting to see him, think so detailed about things. But anyway, to our point, so something came up. We went to the USCCA Expo last weekend, and we took some classes. Now, just to caveat this, the classes that we were taking were not shooting classes. Now, shooting in mind, obviously, and we can only handle plastic guns and things like that. And the classes were meant to be very short, concise, an introduction to a certain concept. So one of the classes I took, and it happened last year too, but like I said, very short introduction, but it's basically you pick up the gun and you start putting hands on the gun, start pointing it at the wall, start presentation, just immediately putting hands on the gun. So therefore, we're not talking about how the gun works yet, we're not talking about loading magazines yet, we're not talking about loading the gun yet, and all that stuff. Like, obviously we're just handling plastic guns, so a lot of that stuff we couldn't do anyway. However, I saw how much people were soaking up just touching the gun and just learning how to pick it up off of the table. It's like make a gun, take a gun. Little things like that to new gun owners is important. So we started talking about having well, and also you made a comment about someone saying that they don't want to come take a class because it's 5 hours long and it's they don't have time for that.
So yesterday in one of my classes, one of my students said, well, my wife really wants to come take the women's basic pistol class, but she doesn't want to be here for 5 hours. Right? And
so here's where, look, see? So here we go. Us as trainers, that's really painful for us to hear, because we can see the value in 5 hours. We can see the value in 8 hours, 16 hours, 40 hours. Like, we love that stuff. And obviously, we're trying to get everybody else to understand the value of that as well. The issue here is yes, we know the value of our training. Yes, we know the value of training in general and the consequences and everything that come from gun use. How do we bridge a gap between people that, especially nowadays where you learn things in 30 seconds flat from watching a short on YouTube, absolutely garbage. You do not learn how to shoot a gun from freaking YouTube video. Yeah. You can think of concepts and try to apply them yourself, but I promise you that you listening to a YouTube video and trying to apply it on the range is going to be vastly different than you being with an instructor, with a trainer that's worked with students before, that's trained people before, and are able to apply the concepts for you. You are a very specific person, and a YouTube video is not going to help you with that. Okay, so considering this, that people want to learn things super fast, they don't have time to come for a 5 hour class, etc., so on and so forth. Is it belittling our training department? Yes, we are thinking that. That's what we think. It belittles the training by offering a 2 hour class or something to where someone can just come in, put hands on guns, practice racking the slide or something, but remove a lot of the complexities of how a gun works and, range gear to bring with you and little things like that. So some of the extra stuff that we add in. We don't want to see our students come and take this 2 hour class and we're like, all right, I'm good now.
Done.
But we also want people to come into the store
yeah.
and just see us as trainers in general. So, go.
I am 100% for doing whatever we have to do.
Hi,
what?
Rick.
My bill.
That's awesome, Rick.
Rick he's very happy.
Let him show it off for a second.
All right, come on in here, Rick. Do you even know what the Facebook is? Were you around?
FaceTubes?
Yeah. So what is it?
308.
Here, I'm gonna go shoot my 308 out at Jay Henge's here in a minute.
All right, sir.
Where the hell was I? How does this happen?
Well, it's because we're humans, that's why.
Okay.
All right, so
We want people to come in the door, right? New people. Like, we want people that come here all the time to keep coming here all the time too. But we want to introduce this world to people who have not been introduced to this world or not been introduced properly. Is that a proper introduction? Right? Like, is it? So here's my fear: is that we put on this class. It's 90 minutes. And we fill the room with 50 people that have never been in this building before. That's awesome. I would love that. They're not ready to go out and defend themselves, right? 93.2, this is a very exact number, 93.2%, is that the number I used?
Yep.
I think that was, okay.
Yep.
Are going to now say they are trained.
Yep.
Then they go out a year later and shoot their gun, and they hadn't shot their gun since that class, or shot any gun since that class. Could you pick a louder cart?
Focus. Now they think they're ready to go out into the world.
Now they think they're ready to go out in the world because they've been trained. And then a year later, they grab their gun, their friends say, hey, I got a new gun, let's go shoot. I'll teach you how to shoot, Liz, because I've been trained.
Yay.
And then they go out and they're like, see the thing with the thing, you do the thingy, with the other thingy, and then I think this goes that way, and personally, I also get a little scared when they say, "Oh yeah, I got trained at the range." This person.
Yeah, like 2 years ago for a private lesson.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing is you could come in and take a 5-hour class and get introduced to the basics.
Paul, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Paul. That's awesome. But then a year from now, if you hadn't done anything with it, and we will give you simple drills to do at home to handle your gun without even firing a round. So there's always something you can do with your gun to maintain some understanding of how the gun works, which is a huge part of it. But if you don't come in or put hands on a gun for a year, after taking you could take a 16-hour class. You could go take Illinois' 16-hour concealed carry course, get all the training. That's not all the training.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a small amount of training, truthfully. You could get all that training, and then a year, if you haven't touched a gun or done anything or even thought about it, it's gone. Absolutely gone. If you don't use it, you lose it. And it's so true.
Oh my gosh. So it's a quandary.
It is.
Right.
But we also have people at different levels of abilities come in. First off, like how busy people are.
Hold that thought for a second. Good freaking morning, Jim. I just had to say that. It makes me feel better to say that.
Good.
So aggressively. Go.
You need a high five and a woo.
I do, but Jim's not here.
Well, I will get him. Ready?
Woo! All right. Anyway.
Back in the game. So anyway, we want to be able to teach people in the way that they need to be taught.
Teached?
Teach
That's
you.
the quality of our instruction right there.
But like how do we appeal to people that need a short introduction, and then hopefully they'll come back? Obviously, if you come in for a 5-hour class or a 2-hour class, it is up to you whether or not you come back. Either one, you still need more. Either one. And that was kind of my point, is typically a human being can retain 3 things at a time, like to learn something.
So here's part of my, and that's 100% true.
Yeah.
Right? If you take our basic pistol class, and I said this yesterday, I had taught a basic shotgun class yesterday. I said the exact same thing yesterday. You're not going to remember everything I told you today.
No.
It's going to be overwhelming. There's lots of things going on. There's only 2 students in my class. One had a decent amount of experience with a shotgun. One never shot it before. Okay? So the first person is going to remember some of the stuff that we talked about later in class, because the stuff when we talked about where his action release button was didn't matter to him because he already knew where it was. I told them both, you're not going to remember everything I taught you today, and that's okay. It's overwhelming. You can come back and you can take the class for free.
We are so awesome. That's one of my favorite things about us.
Free.
Okay?
So 3 months from now, you realize I never went back and shot my gun. I don't remember what the hell's going on. Come take the class again.
Please, we want you to, because you will make so many more connections. It's unreal. You think that it's like, oh, I already know all this stuff. No, you don't. I promise you don't. You have to ingrain it. You have to hear it more than once. That's why little kids listen to the same thing over and over and over again. They're sponges. They know, their brains know before denial and all this adulting kicks in that they have to hear it multiple times in order to retain it. That is how we learn things. The movies and everything over, the past several decades, as we've watched movies and you see the Karate Kid, we've talked about this before, wax on, wax off, you do it a bunch of times and then it's just, oh, it's there. It's like, it's more than that. It's bigger.
At my range in Ohio, we conducted sessions in 2-hour segments. It took 10 hours to complete the series for basic, similar for intermediate, etc. It was easier to manage a personal schedule, just food for thought. That's exactly what we were talking about this morning, is saying, okay, we have this thing, and every Tuesday at noon and 6 o'clock, we have part A. And then next week we have part B, and next week we have part C, and whatever it is, people won't come back. I mean, I don't know what you guys see, what you've seen there, but that's just my feeling, because they're going to say that they've got training. I've been trained, right? When we hear people say it after a CCW class, well, I got it. I don't need to take that class. I've got my CCW. What the hell does that mean? I teach people how to shoot for a living. I don't even know how many classes I've taken this year. A lot, right? Some shooting, some not shooting, but I'm constantly learning.
Yeah.
Okay? Do it. Uncle Bill, good morning.
There is this concept called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's like when you get into something and you learn some stuff, and you just feel elated because you're able to apply it in the moment, and it's like, cool, I got this. But it doesn't stay. It doesn't stick. And because of this Dunning-Kruger effect, I could be saying it wrong, but it basically gives you the impression that the world of something, okay, so I'm trying to do as small so you can see it, it's like, okay, I've learned this much, and it's really only that much bigger. But truthfully, you only know like this much, and the world's like huge, and you only know a small part of it.
Holy crap. Wow.
And it's a game that your brain plays with you to make you think that you know more than you do, and you don't understand that there's so much more to the world than you realize. Yeah, no, Gary, that makes a lot of sense, and I know we've talked about that multiple times, and there are places that you can do, like tiered classes like that, which we have tiered classes, don't get me wrong, but shorter increments and things like that. But how do you manage the people that come and take the first one, and then they're expected to come take the second one within a month or so that those things that you just learned can be applied and continued on into the next one, but then something comes up and they can't attend the next one, and then they don't attend the second one for 6 to 8 months or something, and then the first one is essentially irrelevant, and then it's hard to get people like in that sort of flow. Considering firearms are a big part of it's the safety aspect. It's hard to not start at the beginning again, because those safety skills have to be trained, and that stuff comes at the beginning. So if you don't have those retained to memory, you can't move on to the second one. So how do we help, how do we accommodate those students that are sporadic like that? And anyway, truthfully, I'd be willing to talk about it because it's a big picture kind of thing.
So first, Kent, that's awesome to hear. Rob was helpful. Rob's a super good dude. Now, be gun store Rob or medical Rob?
Either way.
Either one. That's awesome. I just want to know so I know who to high five and pat on the back. Or, just on the back. Just on the back. So, I mean, I like the idea. So Liz brought up the jiu-jitsu, right? We both do jiu-jitsu, and it's a revolving curriculum, okay? And that you pay one price, you show up when you show up, and you just take part in that class, whether you missed a week or you missed 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. And that's awesome after you've been doing it for a while. Like I hesitate to do something like that. I actually had one of the guys that I roll with at my gym bring that up to me. He's like, why don't you do that at your place? Just charge a monthly fee and have a revolving curriculum that you do 3 times a week, twice a day, whatever it is, and people can just show up when they can show up, as long as they pay their monthly fee. Because that's what'll happen. If it comes to the jiu-jitsu gym and I haven't rolled in, I don't know, a month and a half or so because of my ribs, my plan is to go back on Monday, right? But when I get partnered up with somebody, I'm going to tell them, hey, dude, I got to go easy and all this stuff because I don't want to hurt myself and whatever. That's an easy thing to do. But when somebody's picking up a gun in the middle of a 12-week curriculum, whatever it is, and they haven't touched it in a year, and we're on week 10, we would expect them to have their basic safety stuff down. But now they're picking it up and trying to remember, is that the safety or is that the slide stop?
Yeah.
So it's got its challenges. I'm not saying it's not, obviously for Gary, it's worked up there, and it truly is an interesting thing to me. But gun store route, awesome. So I want to mention, Gary says challenge coin at the end is cheesy, but it worked. I don't think it's cheesy.
No,
I have a challenge coin in my pocket.
Gun people love challenge coins.
Do you have your challenge coin in your pocket?
I left it in my purse.
Well,
Guess I
you owe me a beverage.
Damn it.
No, don't count. It's like hose monkey tree. You teach them hydrant humping today and pile. Move your cup. I can't see.
And pole polishing tomorrow.
No, pile.
No, it's pole.
Pile.
Look, he's clarified. Pole,
But
not pile.
I'm saying pile. They forget how to hump the hydrant. It's very true. 223.com. You can see how they stretch the course. Yeah, we'll check that out, Gary. I appreciate the input there. That's awesome. And I've seen other places that do it, and I'm sure, just like anything, it's not without its challenges.
Sure.
I'm sure of that. I'm passionate about what I do, and I feel like we as a training organization here are very good at what we do, and I don't want to muddy what training is.
Yeah.
I want people to be safe. That's first and foremost. I want them to have an understanding. I want people to know that it's their right to have these and use these. You don't ever have to come get training, right? Like I don't think that training should be a mandatory thing at all. I think you should want it very badly, and you should seek it out. Every one of my classes, when I end the class, I tell them, don't stop your training here. I don't care which class it is. Don't stop your training here today. Continue on. Come back and see us? Awesome. I would love that. Go see somebody else in St. Louis? Awesome. Go travel the country and take classes from other instructors? Absolutely. Okay? Continue the training journey forever. Forever.
Forever.
Please.
And there's so much more than just gun training too, like mental training and making decisions and hand-to-hand training, and oh man, there's just awareness training and de-escalation training. And
so on the hand-to-hand stuff, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was teaching a initial arming course for private security, and we talked about some hand-to-hand stuff and ownership of that you're not going to get a whole lot of training for it in most companies. You know, it's something you have to seek out on your own. It's something, again, you should want to seek out. One of the guys in the class came up to me afterwards and was talking about it. And he said, hey, I go to a boxing gym, MMA gym, but he primarily focuses on boxing. And he said, and he's a power lifter. He's a big dude, okay? And he said, I walked in there thinking that, okay, this is going to be dumb, but my buddy told me to come try it out, so I'm going to come try it out. And he's like, these guys that are much littler than me, whooping my butt everywhere.
Jiu-jitsu? Or
yeah, no, this was boxing.
Just boxing, okay.
This was boxing, but just getting hit. Who the heck's walking around out front? Just getting hit by somebody who knows how to hit. They just walked past the door to the left with a range bag. It's a big difference. So then all of a sudden that opened his eyes to, whoa, there's a lot to learn here. It might be one of our new guys, Liz. Hey, Dano, do we have a new guy working today? Anyway, it opened his eyes to how much he did not know, right? So that's always my hope in the firearm side too. What happens a lot of times though is people show up and they realize how much they don't know. They take the class, they think now they know everything, and they leave it alone. Or you show up to the jiu-jitsu gym or the boxing gym or whatever, and you get your butt kicked, and you're like, this is stupid, I don't want to do this. But if you stick with it, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, 2 months later, all of a sudden you're hey, what's up? Oh, I don't have my thing. What's up, man? You gotta show them your pen.
So I brought a bunch more of these.
Did you?
Yeah,
no, we wanted to be exclusive.
Hey, you can hide them back there and do whatever you want with them. Thanks for letting me.
So, Colin, you want to talk? We're live.
What?
We're live. You want to talk on Facebook? You sure?
Yeah.
All right. So.
I'm not prepared for that.
Okay. Anyway, train. That's what it comes down to, train. Don't think that the 2-hour intro class thing is going to be all you get. That's all you'll get if that's all you'll take, really. That's what it comes down to. So, Liz, where are you going? What are you doing? All right, run.
Well, then I gotta go shoot Chris, so you're going
Okay.
now.
Anyway, I guess that's all I got. Speaking of some hand-to-hand stuff, coming up on sometime Friday, damn it, I don't know what it says. I can't read it, so I put it up here. 29th, Friday the 29th, we have our women's only self-defense seminar just down the road from us at Gracie. $25, 2-hour class. Just like we just talked about, this is an intro, and my hope is that it opens your eyes to how much you can do and how vulnerable you could be, but with little things that you can better protect yourself. So it's a women's only event. We are getting ready to start working with them on trying to come up with a co-ed thing, maybe do some rolling and firearms retention and stuff, but we'll see. Women's only, the 29th from 7 to 9 p.m. Send us an email, training@therangestl.com. If you want to go, we'll send you a link just to get some information so that we can find out how many people are signing up. You don't pay us, you pay Gracie whenever you get there. It's a great time. This is our 3rd or 4th one we've done with them, and the ladies are always elated. Hopefully, if any of the ladies that have taken that are watching, you'll comment and say how much fun you had. Maybe you show up again. Okay, so Customer Appreciation Day, 23rd. Forces for Food. Bring canned goods out here. Every canned good or non-perishable item that you would have in your house: toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, paper towels, toilet paper, anything like that. You get a ticket for each item you bring out for a chance to win a Glock 45. We'll do the drawing for the Glock 45 in the afternoon of Customer Appreciation Day on the 23rd. So get out here, bring us food. We don't have a lot right now. We should have a lot more. Go find your stuff, not freaking expired stuff. Don't bring us garbage that was getting ready to be thrown in the trash. That's all fuzzy and nasty. Bring out good stuff, because this is what we're going to, not we, but Forces for Food will be giving to active duty and veterans down in Jefferson Barracks. That's all I got today. I honestly don't even know what we talked about. We rambled so much. We'll be back on Monday. At least I will be. Liz is teaching, I think, Monday morning. I don't know. Well, I'll probably be on Monday morning, and I'll do my normal, go through the inventory stuff. We'll go from there. You guys stay safe. Be nice to one another. We'll catch you soon. Later.